David, you get a chance to start with your stick that you brought. There's a couple of things over there you can. Hey, buenas noches. Okay, you came in late, so I'm going to try this with you. Get one of the, this, get one of the, okay. You spread out a little bit. Okay. Now this is a little different. Okay, so I might just work with you a little bit and let them kind of work. Okay, or until you kind of catch up a bit. Okay. We're going to start out right hand, right foot back, right hand, right hip, left hand, thumb towards you. Okay. Movement number one, step forward. Right foot forward. Okay. Movement number two, drop, catch. Change sides. Movement number three, drop, catch, up. Okay, I'm gonna try to repeat that. It's three moves. There's a little bit of movement this way. Okay, more complex. Okay, doesn't mean you shouldn't learn it. Right foot back, right hand. Okay, one, drop, wrong hand, catch, trade sides, let go, left hand drop, catch left hand, step forward, right foot. Okay. Now what we're going to do here, okay? Okay, let's say he's coming with an overhead strike, we go this way. Okay, then he comes, raises again, we go this way. Then he raises again, we go this way. Okay, all right. All right, now there's a lot of this, so we'll just do one-on-one with this, okay? But let's go again. One, drop, catch, change sides, left lead, two, drop, catch. Okay. What Dave is doing, he's coming with an overhead striking motion. We're stepping back. Well, now we can do that. That's a short form. Okay, boom, comes here, boom, here. Now for this one, we're going to put it underneath, and we're going to go this way. Okay, all right. Just a little bit to catch the pattern. Okay. One, drop, catch, two, drop, catch, three. Okay. Right foot back, one, left foot back. Left foot forward, get the right foot off the line, drop, catch, right foot forward. Left foot back, trade sides, right foot forward. Okay? And what we're doing with an overhead, he's coming in this way, he's coming in again, and he's coming in again. Okay. All right. So we're just, yeah. For him to attack me that way, he has to raise to come down. All right, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now what I'm doing here, going back, moving to the other side. Now I'm going to drop this, give him the, we're going to come go that way. Okay. All right. If we go this way, we're going to second, boom, he comes in again, boom, and we go this way. Boom. All right. But we're working a little bit of flow movement. Back, up, boom, boom. Okay? And 3 moves. Left foot forward, left foot back. Drop, catch, left foot forward with a turn of the body. Now you drop it underneath and come underneath right foot forward. Okay? Back, forward, forward, back, left forward, right forward. Okay? Loose and easy. The more you try to understand it, the more you're going to make your mind too busy to understand it. But just relax, try to feel the movement of the body, will work with you. Okay, now 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now this is what we're going to do. Strike 1, 2, 3. We're going to work that. Okay. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you 3 are going to go. We're just going to practice. Okay. All right. Okay. So you 3 over there, right over here. Okay. Now this is we're complicated. Okay. Start with your left foot forward, step back, left foot. Left in, change sides. Okay. The first one, I'm on this side. Here I'm going to step across, change sides. Now I'm going to step diagonally in. Okay. Clear your mind. You're not going to remember this today. You're not supposed to. Okay. Back, left, go. Forward, other side, left. Forward, right. Okay. Back, left, go. If you're thinking, move as I move. You see it and try to do it, your mind stays too busy. Left, right. Good. Left, right. Left, left, right. Left, left, right. Okay, now, left hand, left, drop, catch. Good. Again. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay. Now, take a step back. Okay. Now, I'm going to come in, stop where you are. I'm not going to come, I'm just going to stay here. But when I do that, I want you to step back. Okay. I'm going to hit you on the head. I'm not going to really do it, but step back. Very good. Do that again. Now move, move. Yeah. If a car is going to come run you down, get off on the sidewalk. Don't meditate there. Move. Okay. All right. Yeah. Good. That's good. Again. Again. Good. Okay. That's good. Okay. On the space. Drop. Catch. Here. Okay. 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 Do the first one. One. Do the second one. Up. Okay. Now. Okay. Don't step in. Step back. Back. Okay. And do the second one. I'm coming in again. Okay. Step over there. If you step into it, now move that foot. All right. Good. Okay. Now you pause. Practice those two. Okay. Okay. Now remember on this one. Okay. Now the major thing right here. Let's say he is coming in. You're going to move off the line. Now what we're doing a little bit. We got a step back move. And we're going here. Now right about here. You could sweep. Yeah. So, you know. Okay. So we go sweep. We go here. And boom. It's your Rinage motion. Okay. In certain cases, you go this way. Now he's coming. You go this way. And then you go this way.
Wait.
So, okay. Yeah. You give yourself some space, but when you can, you enter, then you're going to. Okay. Okay, that's all it is. He's running at me. Stands up. Okay, all right. Okay, good. Now, if you're going to get over there, these knees, so we're not going to crowd them. Okay. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is simple. 1, 2, and a third raise. That's what you're going to do. Okay. Okay. So you stay way back there. Okay. 1, second cut. 2, don't step. Okay. One more time. Gotta reshoot it. In the movie business, it's called print pages. Okay. The shooting at Adventure Scene and Scarlett Johansson comes out with the wrong outfit. Oops, we got to reshoot that one. Okay. You're not the Scarlet Witch, you're the Black Widow. Okay, so let's go again. All right. All you're doing, slide, not slide, step. Why do you do that? Slide in. Okay, now step in. Okay, boom. Slide in. Good. Now off the line and slide in again. Good. Get off the line. When you step with your back foot, you are frozen. You're fair game for something shut. Now, if you go this way, you have to be prepared to enter. Okay. All right. So let's go again. 1. He comes in 1. Come. Okay. 2, over here. Boom. 3, raise. Boom. That motion. Yeah. Okay. You're going to be the attacker because you're the senior person. You're going to practice that. Okay. Just that exchange. If you go over the top, okay, he comes in this way. Go over the top, he slices you this way. Okay, so basically, come on, come in under the little thing. Okay, now for example, let's say he comes to strike, but he's like, here. But on the other hand, he sweeps underneath that. So, come on, man. Good. I switch grips. All right. Let's just say he grabs with one hand. All right. Come in underneath. Okay. You got to kind of be able to read, like right here. This is a good position, but you're vulnerable to a sweep. Okay, so here, boom. You can. It's a little quick on me, so I didn't get the step in, but I got these. All right. It's like we're NBA basketball players, and I've been coaching you with a move. You still can't figure it out. So your coach says, look at film. This is what you're seeing, and that's why you're getting toasted on it. Now, this is what I want you to see. Okay, and then maybe the next time we face each other, I can't beat you that way. But I have a counter move. Do this move, counter move, counter move, counter move. Okay, for example, here, we go this way. So we could go that way. See, right there was interesting because right here, what I did do, I get that way. He doesn't want to get that way, so he's going to raise it. Okay, we just stay over here. It's not really a kata. What this is supposed to do is supposed to teach how to read energy in situations. They don't know. Over. Now right here, that leaves me still open to sweep. All right, so right here, for example, come on, sweep. Okay. Let's watch here for a bit. Let's everybody move back. Okay. There are certain things, there's contact up and contact down. Okay. And even in basic moves, that's why in a lot of ways, this stuff is very complex for you. So they don't teach it. But if you just stay with the form, you kind of stay dumb. Because you get better at the form, but you don't understand context. You understand? In other words, I know what to do. Good, but you don't know when to do it. You know how to do it. You don't know when. Okay? That makes sense. So part of this is learning, for example, how to read the situation. And if you, in order to read the situation, you have to read energy, which is different than just the form. Okay? I was reading an article today. Bruce Lee taught a group of ordinary people kung fu. He made most of his living because they weren't hiring Asian actors very much, teaching people like Steve McQueen and James Coburn privately. Okay? But he had a group that he taught, and he closed it. And said, well, people said, well, he became a movie star, so of course he closed it. But apparently he didn't. He closed it before he went to Hong Kong, became an international star. Because what he found was everybody copied him. And whatever he taught, they turned into a form. And that was precisely what he didn't want. That makes sense? Because it was, it was almost like his legacy. Now, I actually had the good fortune, I guess, to go to Seattle in late fall of 1975. And one of Nadeau Sensei's senior people was a man named Harv Moskowitz, who was from the Seattle area and actually studied with this group where Bruce Lee was. And so Harv went there and he was going to do an Aikido presentation. So I went with Harv. And, we worked, we did a little bit of Aiki for them, right? And so we got invited back to do some Jeet Kune Do classes, okay? And what was really interesting about it, was what they did was, this is how Bruce does it. This is how Bruce does it. And of course, that's a great model. But the point of it is, Bruce closed his Kung Fu school because they want people to do that. Okay? So one of the things, for example, let's just say he's going to come in this way. And he's going to have a seat, okay? Now here I'm on top. That's very good. That's it. I'm on top. But then again, he comes underneath me. Oh, that's a move in Tai Chi called Wada. Okay? Right? Now I can be adaptive right there. Or conversely, if he's going to come in underneath me, I can deflect, and go another way. But I have to be able to read the situation. He's going to come in underneath me. Well, I can alter my position, and it's fine. Now, you have to realize what we do is we teach an example of the technique, which is the form. You're just supposed to go out there and practice that form, okay? Some of that's inescapable, okay? But on the other hand, you learn how to do something, but you don't learn when to do it. And the way that Bruce Lee put it, you also don't learn who you are. You become kind of robotic. Okay, so for example, he's coming in this direction. He's come on in this direction. I can go here, but he can also put his elbow into me if I don't read that. Okay, so right here, puts his elbow into me. I can read that and move just a little bit more. Okay? He grabs on, he lets go. I go, what do I do? Well, trying to trap your hand, and then he was stupid enough to let go. You got your hands back. What do I do? See that question? So one of the things he grabs, all right, now what do I do here? He pulls. Okay. All right, but he's about to grab, I can take him this way. Or conversely, he pulls, and I just let him pull. And then I went back to my move, but I can't do my move when he's pulling. If he's pulling really hard, I just say, okay, you want to go that way? Fine. Or conversely, eventually he's going to stop pulling. It could be within a moment. But the second he pulls and I try to counter pull, the whole system goes down. So I think what Bruce Lee is saying is that, you can learn a form, but you can't learn just how to do a move. It's when to do a move. And then it's development interior-wise, so you recognize when and when. Two whens are not the same when, except when you're doing a form. Then they're the same because the form is the form. That's what you do. Okay, and then usually what happens, teachers get very good at the form, and they get to learn it on people. They make them more robotic. Okay, and so right about here, then for example, so whatever the movements are going to be, he's going to turn into me. Okay, good. All right. Or conversely, he's going to be craftier and spinning, coming the other way. Okay. He wants to stand up. He's kind of okay, but he's slipping in the mud. On the other hand, he's brilliant enough. He stands up when he's got timing for it. We take advantage of that. See how fluid that is? All I'm trying to do is be open enough so I didn't get too caught up in what I should do. And I can make a read on his energy. Now, we're supposed to learn that through the practice of the form. But oftentimes, the form becomes so robotic that, that's why Bruce Lee, I'm sure he was doing a great job teaching people how to do his moves. It's everybody all of a sudden said, that's how Bruce does it. And at that particular time, they went, oh, he went, this is counter to what I want. I want these people to kind of start to feel and develop. And right now, I'm the person they're copying. They're making a form out of what I'm teaching them. Okay, which is unavoidable. Since they kind of did something different. The story I told was that Nado Sensei goes up to O Sensei and says, I want to do your Aikido. I want to do Aikido like you. And O Sensei says, that's funny, nobody else does. In other words, O Sensei made it almost impossible to do what he was doing, and he was showing a process of interior development, not a form, called a Takiet Musu. Okay? So we're doing this a little bit here. Yeah, we're teaching you some movement. But, just going back here, let's say he gets his stick again, okay? He goes over here, boom, boom. I got a little late on that last one, which means I didn't get a chance to, but I can put him on pause for a second, then I can go like here. And then we're back to here, boom, boom. For conversely, we go the other way. He comes in, we're back here. Then he comes in again, we're back here. We come back here, and boom, we're in. And, at any time when he's coming in this direction, we're moving in. Boom, boom. If he's swinging from the side, we can go in this way, and we can go that way. You want to be very fluid, which it was hard for you, that you don't know the movements. And so you try to learn them, but you're free. You don't know anything yet, okay? Now the trick is to get you to move and to be clear and empty. And yeah, you got to learn some movements or forms. But again, Bruce Lee put it very well. It said there's no form, it's called ignorance. Now he's coming in here, we go, what do? I don't know anything. As opposed to like, oh my God, maybe I better get out of there. So we're saying, well, maybe you ought to talk to him before he swings at me. Right? That's common sense. Just making a read as opposed to just getting skillful at how to do something. Okay, so we're going to go back. Get back. Step in, drop, and then underneath. The underlying lesson, let's say, he's coming in this direction. We go this way, we go this way. We go this way, we go over the top. No, we're coming in from underneath. We're coming in from underneath. We've got ground. Okay, that makes sense. You two still continue to go. You three. So. Just a couple of them. Okay, just a second to step back. Okay, yeah. Okay. Step to the other side. Step in with your right foot. Okay, yeah. Right now, it's going to take you a little bit because you start to forget the pattern. Ultimately, if you're coming in this direction, I want to forget the pattern and just move. Right? Because when I'm remembering the pattern, I'm thinking, and my mind and my body are not on the same page. You know, we go this way, look, I got to get off the line. He comes in again. I got to close the distance. Now here, if he turns into me, here I can rotate. Then we got this motion. All right. Now I went over the top, but I kind of want you to think you're coming in this direction. Over the top. You know, this is really a wave forming from underneath the ocean. And that's why, you know, we drop and come in that way. That's kind of a template for a reaming nowadays. Okay. Now, if he comes in this direction, he starts to track me. Okay, good. I can rotate and neutralize if he turns the other way. Okay, good. I can be prepared for that. I mean, I'm somewhat choreographing it. You see what I mean? It's not me just being like Sensei and reading some martial arts. You know, I mean, Sensei would look at the way a person walks and say, okay, he's probably judo and sumo. Oh, he's got some kendo training, a little bit of karate. You know, you make a read, right? And therefore, you know, for that read, he would move fluidly within his own patterns, okay? And if you're thinking, you can't make a read. That's what racists and misogynists do. They can't get out of their own thought patterns and beliefs about people of the other gender or whatever it is. That's a problem with the world. What are there? Well, I'm either a fouled up Democrat or a fouled up Republican. All right. I mean, a Democrat should be really using that whole Roe versus Wade thing to make sure they don't lose the Senate and the House if they're too dumb. I'm not saying, you know, but on the other hand, this is great territory because the women are upset. That's a lot of us are upset about it. And you want more people that think that way? No. I mean, you know, the point is the whole country's kind of crazy that way. But if you're going to come in this way, then see, there's that motion, there's that motion. As you're about to make a move, then all of a sudden that's when you want to, you know, come on in, turn. That's it. Okay. That's what we kind of want to. I mean, that's our attempt a little bit to do Aikido somewhat like Sensei, which Sensei found out. I want to do Aikido like this, and nobody else does. Wow. You actually want it. There's a Bruce Lee. It's like everybody wanted it. Bruce Lee. What was the problem with him? You know, whether he was younger, more charismatic. Yeah, I wanted to be Bruce Lee too. Most of us did. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Now come with a thrust. Okay. Oh, this one. Now, one of the things right here. Now, where do you go? Oh, come on in. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Thrust is a little harder. Okay, now boom, boom. Now, you can also right here try to come over the top. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. You don't have to go high for reaming. That's the reaming. Right? That's where conditioning is kind of like. Reaming is basically perceiving the attacker's openings and educating them instead of competing with them and trying to beat them. You develop because you become more sensitive to things, not sensitive in a negative way, but you're more conscious. And you use your martial skills to say, you know, let's not have this war. Let's not ruin the world's economy. And, you know, I don't know how much of the world's grain Ukraine produces, so they can't send any of it out now. Food shortages, gas going through the roof. Boy, are we having fun. It's called, some people are dying both sides. You know, so one of the things, if he's coming in for that, you know, that motion. Right? But if he's coming in with a thrusting motion, you got this motion, now you can go the other way. Come on, boom, 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 boom. Then he comes in over the top. Then boom, 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 boom. You have that pattern. Okay. That's hard to teach if he's coming in with a variety of movement over here, boom, 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 boom. Sorry. Yeah. Or conversely, you know, you got then he comes to grab it, and then you're a step ahead of him there. Boom. Right. And being a step ahead is education is victory. Okay? You see what I mean? Yeah. Well, essentially, we're trying to teach people how to read energy, therefore they'd be better people. You know, and if you read the energy, you get a chance to beat somebody because you're a little more sensitive. Or conversely, you work towards a larger goal. Right now, to protect democracy and peace and everything, we got to be smart. I don't see that in intelligence, unfortunately. Right? Anyway.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's have a seat. Okay. Now, one of the things, let's say, you know, he's coming in this way, and he comes in like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, there are various things right here, like boom, 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 boom. Come on, come in this way. Okay, oh, you want to go that way? That's fine. You got to be able to take a roll over the weapon. That's more advanced. Okay. So when those shoes came, I think it was 74, he got this teacher with him. You know, the teacher was the Duke, very high value guy. And so the guy comes at him just when Doshu goes and cuts him off at the knees. The guy's in midair with a long staff. Such a beautiful roll. Most of us, you know, we crash. Right? So he just rolled and got back up, very light. But that was great skill on Doshu's part. It was, I'm talking about Sensei Son, not the current Doshu. So right about here, for example, here, and then boom, 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 boom. You think he's either in, boom, go this way. And here, boom, we're starting the pattern before, boom, 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 boom. So what am I doing? I'm realizing the whole thing. The way that a lot of people, time is really not, it's granular. Okay? Where it's a strobe effect. Like a lot of those sensors come to attack him, he's disappearing one of the, you know, the dark part of the strobe. You see him here, you don't see him here. Now, how to do that, that's another question. He insisted we could all do that. It's just we get too caught up in low vibrational consciousness, winning, you know, being heavy, stuff like that. Okay? Yeah. Well, I kind of find that stereotypes, you know, whether, you know, it's gender stereotypes, racial stereotypes, you're getting a lot of hate crimes for no stupid reason. Just because somebody's skin is a different color or what it is, why should I hate them? But, you know, we're running into that right now. Why? Because this world is just tottering, it's too insane. There's too much energy coming up, and we can't process it. So the idea is just to calm down, settle a bit, read the energy of the situation when I can't do it when I'm in a constant upheaval because I can't handle the juice that's happening. All right, let's become good. I was a little late on that, but I did. Something happened. Okay, now we go this way. We'll go that way. Now I'm holding it. Now I can beat up. No, this is just a teaching tool. To be free and easy. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. So, you know, if we were going to practice more like what Sensei wanted, I would think that we would start to examine, introspect about what we're doing and start to see things maybe closer to the way he saw them. Okay? In other words, you know, if he's going to come in with an attack, then all of a sudden there's an area where his energy starts to gather before. You know, over here, I can't really see him right here, but all of a sudden, boom, I can move over here. So he's chasing, then we got this motion. All right, if he spins around, we got this motion. All right. If for whatever reason, he's coming in this direction, I move and I disengage, and he comes into there, and I can go that way. I can go this way. Come on in, sure, good. All right, that's a boom, boom. And that's not necessarily all doing, following the spirals and waves. And I'm reading his intent and saying, okay, how can I put him into that spiral or wave? And that's it. I'm not thinking about where my feet go, whatever. I'm just thinking about the overall harmony of the wave that includes me as positive, him as receptive, or vice versa. One of us is fire, one of us water. Boom. And we're in harmony through that wave. That's what I try to do. Okay? So today we're kind of taking a little bit of time off, and we are working. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. See, the major thing is not where you place it, here or here. Just a laser. Wants to come in underneath it, okay. We have something to say about it. If he wants to come in over the top of it, good, we got something to say about it. Right? We can offer guidance. Okay? So when you kind of realize that, I mean, you know, I thought what Osensei told me, those things, it was very revealing. You want to do my eyes, you know, you want to do Aikido like me. Nobody else does. Which means, you know, in his own traditional way, he was trying to teach people how to do something and they didn't pick it up. I'm not sure this is that. I don't know if Osensei were around and say, well, Jack, that's good, or Jack. And he probably say, you know, you got to work on this and that and this and that, because it's about constant work. But the work is to keep our eye easy enough, so we're transparent enough to see the energy or feel the energy shifts and changes. Okay? And of course, the Aikido forms are what you see, the world of form. But there's the hidden realm of energy movement. And there's, you know, closer for us. The divine realm is when you're transparent. When you're in that realm of hidden, you know, of manifest divine, manifest world of form, divine, the world. Divine realm is where you're transparent and enough that there's a total accord between those two. If your opponent digs, you zag. If your opponent drops, you settle a bit, go over the top. If somebody tries to come in over you, you settle under. And it's not a thought, although the forms are supposed to give you a certain amount of education in that freedom. Ideally, you know, if we kind of come in this way, you know, transparency. I'm gonna get stronger. No, I'm gonna get more transparent. I want to be able to read where his energy goes. He wants to come in this way. He's got a pretty good shot with his shoulder there. Okay, good. Yeah. We teach each other that way. It's a martial game. But neither of us is winning. That's the other thing. We're just kind of existing in a type of harmony. His yin to my yang, or vice versa, because it shifts. And I want to be able to follow the changes, which means the square is the transparency of who you are, which is the truth of who you are. You're transparent. You're infinite. He grabs here. All of a sudden, I'm not infinite. Man, you know, that wasn't that good, but you know, we can do that. We all of a sudden we go this way. Oh, go. After a while, you know, he comes in a certain way. And just, you know, oh, come on. You know, certain patterns should be. You really know this is pretty good. And you want to be transparent there. You don't want to get into hate or competition, but you also want to be fully receptive to your partner. You got to know something. But you can learn so much, but all right. You see what I mean? You've got to learn. Bruce Lee said it. There's no form that's called ignorance. And there's no form that's transcendent. You got to learn enough to go to the other side of it. That's constant work. That's what Olympic called misogi. Okay, is everybody up? So let's go through this again. Back, cross the line, other side. Now the back foot, the right foot enters. Okay. Back, here, here. Back, here, here. Back, here, and here. Okay? And careful for, you don't have to carry that stiffness in your lower back. So conversely, you're a little too flat. Nice posture, natural posture, not up. Okay? All right. Now what we're going to do, as he comes in this way, he's going to come in this way, go this way. Yeah. And now that time, this, see, he's trying to trap it underneath it. Come on. You have to be, you know, that was an accident that happened, but yeah. I'm just going to let you see if you can, you know, you have to be able to read before you move. I'm going to step to the side. No, it's too obvious. So I'm going to step to the side, but he doesn't know which side. Or conversely, if it's real quick, I may have to step back and he comes in again. And I step in this way. Right. Clear. Oh. I got to dodge that bullet so I can have a conversation with the shooter. Now, this day, you can't make jokes about that because we may have to learn to dodge bullets, like I said, it's very dangerous out there. And that's really too bad. Okay, but let's try this. Take it easy, don't get crazy. Come on, man. We have to turn if he pursues. Okay, all right. Now we're going to, that's the same pattern, empty-handed. You can either put this down or you can hold it in your other hand. Right? Come on, come on. Okay, free and easy. Free and easy. Take it real slow, you two. Okay? Yeah. Okay, now, you're trying to see through your hand. Back. Don't. No hands. Back. Other side. Move your body in from the back foot, from the right side. Okay. See, when you're two in your hands, now you're a writer, so you do a lot of writing. That's good. Yeah. But your ideas come from somewhere else. They don't come from your hands, do they? Yeah. And then you're in. Now, go back to that. Okay, so I'm coming in this direction. Now, when you think you have to clear, and you may not have that time, so be able to clear a little quicker. Okay. What are you doing? Dropping and catching. Dropping and catching. Back, drop and catch. Back, drop and catch. Drop and catch. All right. The way Bruce Lee put it is simply to simplify. Yeah. All right. Okay, one more. Okay, that's good. Now, hold. You got that there. You don't push harder. You have to be present in a much more generous way than I got you. Okay? Good. Good. Remember, drop it. Step in with your, no, don't step back, but step in with your foot across my body. Okay? Good. Good. Now, here. See right here, I'm going to come in under you. So you drop it underneath. So I think about coming on top. Then you step in. Not that. If you do that, you know what I mean? Drop and catch across. Okay, now what you want to do, you don't want to go this way. You want to go across them. Okay, not this way. You go across. Come in. Boom. So now watch this again. Take pause there for a bit. Sweep to the body. Here. Yeah. Okay. Right. You're crafty. I think they would reach you and say, I better drop and come that way. Now you have to raise. Okay, good. All right. So if I go raise, doesn't do me much good. I go across the body. Irina, you don't go chest to chest, you go diagonal. Okay? So go again. This part's good. Second part, now right there we're thinking. When you start to think, it's very easy to read. So if I'm an assassin, that's what I want you to do. And I'm not an assassin by choice. All right, but yeah, I want to get you thinking about stuff so your system isn't free and fluid. Okay? Right? Yeah. Good. Now, slide it under. Now, yeah, see that motion there? You're diagonal. If he's coming in this direction, it's not going to work. All right. This is a little better. See that motion there? No, and all of a sudden, so you're gonna chase me. That's not going to work. So if you're chasing me, then we come in diagonally right there, don't we? So the diagonal entry is important. It's entering spiral. The entering triangle in rotation with the circle becomes an entering spiral. You see what I mean?
Like a spiral staircase.
Yeah,
Triangle.
yeah. And of course, if all you do is you get thicker and better with the form. That's your brown belt then. You're supposed to have a little bit more development for the black belt. You know what I mean? A little bit right there, yeah. Okay, you'll know it. I'll know it. Okay, you're there pretty much. You know the forms. Now we want that little bit more of refinement of your form. Okay, all right. Yeah, well, one of the things we want to, you hold this for the, actually, you come in here. You're too quick with your hands. Even if you get it, weight is always underside. Now, if he's coming in this direction, I go this way. One small. One. That's a political issue. But Your eyes are not in your hands. In fact, you don't want to see with your eyes. Your eyes are just conduit to something in here. Okay? Okay, so go again, go again. Attack them. Better. Now, you get pulled off balance. We all do that because your center is him. He falls, you fall. Okay? See, one of the things, if he's coming this way, we give him something to think about. We rotate. We come. The second, my attention goes out on him. Okay, now the first thing I got to do is get my attention back a little bit more. We're on the center. Now he's the circle. We're both spinning around out of control. All right. So, it's a hard lesson. I just hope that's like the Warriors giving about 8 unforced turnovers. Jordan, why did you slip and lose the ball? Well, don't try to make that pass into traffic. Yeah, the only one you don't worry about is Clay because he always shoots. You get a shot up. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Yeah. Everybody have a seat. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah. Dave relayed. No magic to this position. Yeah. That's where tradition gets you in trouble. You can't come to class because you can't put days off, loser. Yeah, well, guess what? The art's the loser because maybe he's a very sincere student. He has a physical limitation. Now, I had that once. I couldn't take days off for 5 years, but look at me, creak, creak, you know, that sort of thing. So you've got to kind of, sometimes it's just, the older stuff tends to be a little too fundamentalist. Okay, Aikido exists now for this century. Well, since it was the previous century, although he's pretty much the end of it. But he's also born in the 1800s, 1900s. Now it's not just 2000 to 2010. And so, you know, one of the things that we're trying to learn, you're going to be practicing the forms. That's the manifest realm, the obvious. Less than obvious. There's a hidden realm. Energy movement dictates the form. You can have a frozen form. You can have a dogmatic form. You can have a racist form. You see what I mean? So, manifest hidden. The divine realm is more like the transparency that's truly you. In other words, everybody is different. And that's good. We're all transparent. We're all also unique in our own way. That's kind of where I think Sensei, that's one thing you found out. And when you find yourself, your transparency, you find yourself as that transparency, you're very accepting. You need to be definite, you're definite. You need to be a listener, you're a listener. You need to be a support person, you're a support person. You need to step up and make a play in sports, you do. You're empty, not vacant. And so when that happens, the Aikido, you realize what both you and your partner are working towards is harmony. You're the center. Partner's a circle. Now we reverse circle. And we can and then in process that, if I'm thinking about my weather, what happens is that to have to be somewhat full about type. All right. Words, Mr. Putin believes yes in Slavic nation. Soviet Union. That was part of the previous century. It wasn't all that good. Right, I was there, for about 10 days. Guess what? Apartments, we place, even though it's, great, that I got a lot of honor feature, which means I got to sit with my back to the hot water pipe. The place was cold. People had they had because everything was so miserable, right? And then because of the aggression of the action, bringing that. So standard of living is really going to understand it here. Gas price, great either. War is insane. Or that we're essentially so educate ourselves. We have background. There's women here. That's probably a comment on something today. But in that transparency, we see ourselves and we see everybody else and everything else. So essentially called it one with the universe. The universe is constantly in motion. It doesn't make war on itself. Has everything from black holes, you don't see black holes. Really see is all being drawn into it almost at light speed. And so that's burning. We see the black hole by effect on other things. We don't see the black. The universe is not balanced, though. It has a balance to it. So we're trying to crazy way, get back maybe more towards what our sensei told us. It's interior. Our transparency gets more towards its original. We're supposed to get more, see things more clearly, be able to make better choices, create more harmony, relationship-wise. So we develop past all the right? We're only here for a very short time anyway. But we can really mess things up real bad. So within what we did today, it was just kind of a collage of about 3 elements. Let's just change up today because we really there's other ways to frame it. But David and I did a bit. I found it yesterday. I posted it on Facebook. I'll see if I can post it. But it's got some basketball on it. And before I used to, been to a basketball court since the pandemic. It would be Earl Monroe. He's a great player, 70s. Now, if I go there, I try to do. So it does change. But his group, and somebody, and they say, "Yeah, Earl, you make stuff." He says, "No, all they seem to be too fancy, but every is find the most efficient circle for the group." He thought not pretty in this. I've seen footage of it where he's in his spin to get the 7-foot center, knows it, it's going to get there because he's a straight line. And row it gets the 7'10" to block the shot. Give us, all right. And so, you know, I realized that I was doing a lot of work with spins, like, you know, and, and so I kind of did video. It's kind of dangerous. And, you know, if your life is metaphorically, and you're doing all this spin, well, it's the same, all these spins, you know, during an NBA game. Okay. So I love watching him. On the other posted Joe, this is fun. We do country secretion. You know, got to be a little on the dangerous side. Other than that, life makes a lot of rules for you that aim, you know, couple days yes, but it's aimed to age you. I'm not talking about you know, life being frustrated. And they're getting just a little crazy and clean box. They got to go and act out. You know, the idea that this is supposed to be something more like, you know, we're doing martial situations where we're learning to open and accept. Basically, what we do is love and connect. Then you'll be able to read. And I would like to think that if you're in danger, all of a sudden you find the ability to dodge bullets. We made it being very crazy out there. Let's concentrate on parents for Ocentric. And so the is feel the energy, and if danger comes, maybe we hope. Okay. Okay, thank you very much.